Most men have no idea how close they are to being genuinely attractive, not celebrity attractive, not genetically blessed, just noticeably, undeniably better looking than they are right now. It is not money, it is not luck, it is 10 habits that almost no one commits to consistently. I'm going to walk you through every single one of them. Some of these are obvious, but you are still not doing them. Some of these you have never even considered, and a few of them are going to challenge what you think attractiveness actually is. Because here is the thing most men get wrong. Attraction is not about your genetics, it is about what you do with what you were given, and right now I guarantee you are leaving at least 40% of your potential on the table, probably more. So pay attention, this is the most honest breakdown of male attractiveness you are going to hear. Let me tell you what the real problem is. Most men have never been taught how to take care of themselves. I am serious. Think about it. Growing up, nobody sat you down and said, here is how you take care of your skin. Here is how you dress in a way that actually fits your body. Here is why sleep is literally reshaping your face. None of that happened. Instead, you got the opposite message. You were told that caring about how you look is vain, that real men do not worry about their appearance, that focusing on your looks is shallow or feminine or a waste of time, and so you internalized that. You stopped caring. You threw on whatever wrinkled shirt was on the floor. You washed your face with the same bar of soap you used on your feet. You let your hair grow in whatever random direction it wanted, and you told yourself none of it mattered because you were not that kind of guy. But deep down, you know the truth. How you look affects how people treat you. It affects how women respond to you. It affects how men respect you. It affects how you feel when you walk into a room. This is not shallow. This is reality, and pretending it does not matter does not make you noble, it makes you delusional. Here is what makes it worse. You see other men who seem to have it figured out. They walk in and people notice them, not because they are taller or have a better jawline, but because everything about them looks intentional. Their grooming is clean, their clothes fit, their skin looks healthy, their body language says something, and you look at them and think they are just naturally like that. But they are not. They just took the time to learn what you refused to learn. They put in the boring daily work that you skipped because someone told you it did not matter. The gap between you and the most attractive version of yourself is not genetic, it is behavioral. It is a series of small habits done consistently over time, and the fact that most men never commit to these habits is exactly why doing so gives you such a massive advantage. You are not competing against perfection, you are competing against neglect, and neglect is what 90% of men are running on right now. Now let me hit you with a reality check before we get into the habits. Looksmaxing is not about becoming someone you are not. It is about removing the obstacles between you and your best physical version. Think of it like a sculpture. The final form is already inside the stone. Your job is to chip away everything that does not belong. And the reason most men never do this is not laziness. It is a lack of awareness. You literally do not see what is holding you back because you have looked at yourself the same way for years. You are blind to the things that are dragging your appearance down because they have become your normal. Let me give you an uncomfortable example. If you have been sleeping 5 or 6 hours a night for the last 2 years, you have no idea what your face actually looks like when it is properly rested. The dark circles you think are genetic might just be exhaustion. The puffiness around your jaw, the dull skin, the bloodshot eyes, all of that could be your body screaming at you that it is running on fumes. But you do not connect those dots because nobody told you to. Same thing with body fat. Most men are carrying 10 to 20 extra pounds of fat that is literally hiding their facial structure. Your jawline is under there, your cheekbones are under there. The angular defined look that you think only models have is sitting beneath a layer of body fat that you could strip away in 4 to 6 months of consistent effort. You are not ugly, you are unoptimized. And that might sound cold, but it should actually give you hope, because if the problem were genetic, you would be stuck. But if the problem is behavioral, you can fix it. Starting today, starting with the habits I'm about to give you. Here is one more thing you need to hear before we move on. This is not going to be comfortable. Some of these habits require you to look at yourself honestly and admit where you have been cutting corners. Some of them require money, although not much. Some of them require patience because results do not show up in a week, but every single one of them works. Not theoretically, not for some people. They work for every man who commits to them consistently, and the compound effect of stacking all 10 together is genuinely life-changing. Alright, here are the 10 Looksmax habits that will make you measurably more attractive. I am ordering them by impact, starting with the foundations and building up from there. Habit number 1, get in the gym and stay there. This is not optional. This is the single highest leverage average thing you can do for your appearance, and it is not even close. Lifting weights changes your body composition. It broadens your shoulders, it thickens your neck, it tapers your waist. It creates the V-shaped silhouette that humans are hardwired to find attractive in men. But it goes beyond the physical. When you carry muscle, your clothes fit differently. Your posture improves naturally because your back and shoulders are stronger. Your face looks leaner because your overall body fat drops. The gym does not just change one thing, it changes everything at once. And no, I am not talking about running on a treadmill for 30 minutes. I am talking about progressive resistance training, compound lifts, squats, deadlifts, overhead press, rows, bench press, 3 to 5 days a week consistently for years. This is not a phase. This is a lifestyle you adopt and never leave behind. Habit number 2, fix your skin. Your face is the first thing people see. It is the first thing women notice. And if your skin looks rough, oily, covered in acne, or dull and lifeless, it does not matter how good the rest of you is. Your face is your billboard, and most men treat it like an afterthought. Here is the baseline: a gentle cleanser in the morning and at night, a moisturizer with SPF during the day, a retinol product at night 2 to 3 times per week once your skin adjusts. That is it. 3 products, 5 minutes a day. And within 60 to 90 days, you will look noticeably different. If you have acne, go see a dermatologist. Stop trying to fix it with random products you found online. A professional can solve in weeks what you have been struggling with for years. There is no toughness award for ignoring your skin. Habit number 3, get your sleep to 8 hours minimum. I already mentioned this, but it needs its own category because sleep is the most underrated Looksmax habit that exists. Your body literally repairs and regenerates your skin while you sleep. Growth hormone peaks during deep sleep. Testosterone production depends on quality rest. When you are sleep deprived, your face shows it immediately. Under-eye circles deepen, your skin loses elasticity, your eyes look smaller and more strained, you age faster. A man who sleeps 8 hours consistently looks 5 years younger than the same man running on 5 hours. That is not an exaggeration. Go to bed at the same time every night. Cut screens an hour before sleep. Keep your room cold and dark. Treat sleep like it is your secret weapon because that is exactly what it is. Habit number 4, drink more water and fix your nutrition. Your skin is an organ, the largest organ in your body, and it reflects everything you put into your system. If you are dehydrated, your skin looks flat and tired. If you eat processed junk all day, your skin shows it through inflammation and breakouts. Aim for at least 3 liters of water a day, more if you are training hard. On the nutrition side, you do not need a perfect diet. You need a consistent one. Lean protein at every meal, vegetables, healthy fats, minimal sugar, minimal alcohol. These are not extreme changes. They are basic standards that most men fail to meet. Within 30 days of cleaning up your nutrition and increasing your water intake, you will see visible changes in your skin clarity, your energy levels, and how lean your face looks. This stuff is not complicated. You are just not doing it. Habit number 5, get a proper haircut and maintain it. Your hair is one of the most controllable aspects of your appearance, and most men completely ignore it. They go to whatever cheap barbershop is closest, ask for the same cut they have had since they were 14, and walk out looking exactly the same as before. Find a barber who actually understands face shapes and hair textures. Pay more if you have to. A great haircut is one of the fastest ways to upgrade how you look because it frames your entire face. And once you find a style that works, maintain it. Get it cut every 3 to 4 weeks. Use a quality product that matches your hair type. Keep it clean and intentional. If you are losing your hair, own it. Buzz it short or shave it clean. Build some muscle and grow a beard if you can. A bald man who is fit and well-groomed looks 100 times better than a man clinging to a receding hairline he refuses to let go of. Habit number 6, fix your posture. This one is invisible to you but glaringly obvious to everyone else. Most men walk around with their shoulders rolled forward, their head jutting out, and their chest caved in. It makes you look smaller, weaker, and less confident than you actually are. Good posture is not about standing like a soldier. It is about alignment. Ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips, chest open, chin slightly tucked. When you stand and walk like this, you instantly look taller, leaner, and more commanding. The fix is not complicated. Strengthen your upper back and rear deltoids in the gym. Stretch your chest and hip flexors daily. Be conscious of how you sit, especially if you spend hours at a desk or looking at your phone. This single habit changes how people perceive you more than almost anything else on this list. Habit number 7, dress intentionally. You do not need an expensive expensive wardrobe. You need clothes that fit your body properly and look like they were chosen on purpose. That is it. The difference between a man who looks good and a man who looks average is almost never about the brand. It is about the fit. Wear clothes that sit close to your body without being skin tight. Make sure your pants are the right length. Make sure your shirts are not too wide in the shoulders or too long in the torso. Buy neutral colors, black, white, gray, navy, and keep things simple and clean. If you are not sure what works, pick one man whose style you respect and study what he wears. You will notice it is almost always simple. The most attractive men are not wearing loud, flashy outfits. They are wearing basics that fit perfectly on a body they have actually trained. Habit number 8. Take care of your teeth and your breath. A man can do everything else right, but if his teeth are yellow or his breath is bad, it kills his attractiveness instantly. This is one of those things nobody will ever tell you directly, but everyone notices. Brush twice a day, floss every night, use a tongue scraper, get whitening strips or a professional treatment if your teeth are stained, see a dentist twice a year, and carry mints or gum, not as a cover-up but as a backup for after meals. Your smile is one of the most powerful tools you have. When it is clean and white, it makes your entire face light up. When it is neglected, it becomes the thing people try not to look at. Habit number 9. Build a source of income that gives you purpose. This might seem out of place in a looksmaxing list, but hear me out. Nothing changes how a man carries himself like having purpose and financial momentum behind him. When you are building something, when money is coming in, when you have direction, it shows in your eyes, your posture, your energy, everything. A man who is broke and aimless walks into a room differently than a man who is building an online business, stacking skills, and watching his bank account grow. That is not about materialism. That is about internal state. Confidence is not something you fake. It is a byproduct of knowing you are on the right path. Start learning a skill that the market will pay you for. Copywriting, video editing, paid advertising, e-commerce, freelancing. The internet has made it possible for any man with a laptop and work ethic to generate income outside of a traditional job. And when you do, it changes how you carry yourself in every room you walk into. Women notice that. Men notice that. You notice that. Habit number 10. Master your body language and eye contact. The final habit is the one that ties everything else together. You can be fit, well-groomed, well-dressed, and financially sharp, but if your body language screams insecurity, none of it lands the way it should. Slow down your movements. Stop fidgeting. When you walk, walk with purpose. When you sit, take up space without being obnoxious. When someone talks to you, hold eye contact a beat longer than feels comfortable. These are small adjustments, but they signal dominance, confidence, and self-assurance on a primal level. Humans read body language faster than they process words. Your nonverbal communication is either amplifying everything else on this list or undermining it completely. Make sure it is working for you. So there it is. 10 habits. None of them require surgery. None of them require genetic gifts. None of them require you to be something you are not. They just require consistency. That is the word that separates the men who actually transform from the men who watch content like this and do nothing. Consistency. Not perfection, not motivation. Just showing up and doing the boring work every single day until the results become undeniable. Here is what I want you to understand. You are not stuck with how you look right now. You are stuck with the habits you refuse to change. And every single day you keep those old habits is a day you are choosing a lesser version of yourself. Not because you cannot do better, but because you will not. The man who trains 4 days a week, sleeps 8 hours, drinks his water, takes care of his skin, dresses with intention, and builds something meaningful with his time is not the same man he was 6 months ago. He is unrecognizable, and the world responds to him differently because he decided to respond to himself differently first. You do not need to do all 10 perfectly starting tomorrow. Pick 2 or 3 that you know you have been neglecting and commit to them for the next 30 days. Stack another one the month after that, and keep going. In 6 months, you will not believe the difference. In a year, other people will not believe it either. And if you want to accelerate this process, if you want to be around other men who are actively working on themselves and holding each other accountable, I put a link in the description to a community I am building on School. It is a group of men who are serious about self-improvement, not just talking about it, but actually doing the work. Physical, financial, mental, all of it. If you are the kind of man who wants a higher standard for himself, that room was built for you.